Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode here on GarageTech. This is episode 5 on the Porsche Cayman, and in this episode I'll be taking you through the changes that went into the 987.2 Cayman R compared to the Cayman S. Now, the Cayman R was first revealed in 2010 and it went on sale in 2011, so it makes it 10 years old this year, and it is still a fantastic car. My brother had one of the Rs back in 2012, and when I look back at it, I've got to be honest, I didn't actually realise how special this car was at the time. The R was the lightweight, more track-focused version of the S. It may have seemed like you were paying more for less, as these came as standard with a number of components removed to save weight. Porsche called this strategy intelligent performance. This is the idea of delivering more performance by reducing weight while adding performance where possible. This approach made the Cayman R the sportiest Cayman at the time. A weight saving of £121 or 55 kilos was achieved through the use of lightweight materials and removing comfort options that were necessary to deliver absolute driving performance. Keep in mind that the manual Cayman S had a power to weight ratio of about 1 horsepower to 4.2 kilos, so it's roughly 10 pounds. So every 10 pounds lost equates to a gain of about 1 horsepower. Porsche were able to reduce the power to weight ratio of the R with the manual gearbox to 3.9 kilos, that's 8.6 pounds per horsepower, with the PDK version 4 kilograms or 8.8 pounds per horsepower. One of the most significant weight saving methods was to use aluminium doors over the standard steel construction. These saved around 15 kilos of weight over the standard S variant. Porsche did a lot of work creating the aluminium doors for the GT3, so it kind of made perfect sense to apply this knowledge and experience to the Cayman R. These doors also have the modified door panels that also adds to the overall weight saving. The door storage pockets were removed, as were the conventional door release handles, replaced with the nylon straps reminiscent of the door release handles used in the 1973 Carrera S, and also used in the Boxster Spider and the GT3 RS. Now, practically they can be a little bit awkward and not to everybody's taste, but I do absolutely love these door handles. The Cayman R came standard with Porsche's lightest 19-inch production wheels at the time, and they still remain really popular today. The S came standard with 18-inch Cayman S2 wheels, which weighed about 41 kilos for the set. The Spider wheels, as they are known, were first released on the Boxster Spider and weighed about 40.6 kilos for the set. So it's about 1 kilogram lighter, but these are 19 inches. Compared to the 19-inch Carrera Sport wheels, it's a saving of just over 6 kilos for the set. Now, 6 kilos may not sound like a big saving, but when that's taken off the wheels, the results are compounded. This reduction in rotational mass and unsprung mass deliver advantages in acceleration, braking and handling. More weight saving, and onto the options. The radio and the air conditioning were the first two features to be added to the optional list. Now, you had to opt in for these if you wanted them, and this was free of charge, and actually most of the Cayman Rs that I've come across have AC and a radio fitted, so obviously two really popular options. Dropping the AC though, that saved you 12 kilograms of weight plus any performance drain that would have taken off the engine whilst in use. And then the radio and the speakers are approximately around 3 kilograms. Another great weight saving are the very desirable and rather expensive carbon fibre bucket seats. These seats are made from fiberglass reinforced plastic, finished off in the carbon fibre, and saved another 12 kilograms of weight. These seats deliver all of the sports performance benefits of the aftermarket racing seats while still providing side impact airbags, that factory fit and the amazing carbon fibre finish. These sports bucket seats were finished in a mixture of leather and Alcantara in the centre. To follow it in the less is more strategy, goodbye to the instrument cluster cowling, cup holders and the coat hooks normally found on the back of the seats. The standard 70 ampere per hour battery was replaced with a 60 ampere per hour battery, and these mods saved another 16 pounds or 7 kilos. To further add to the weight saving possibilities, the lightweight lithium ion battery that was first developed for the GT3 RS was also available as an option. These weighed just 5 kilos. This option would have reduced weight by an additional 10 kilos for a total weight reduction of 143 pounds, just under 65 kilos. But this option would have also left your wallet feeling a bit light, as these were rather expensive, costing around about £1,000. Now, I've got one of these batteries actually fitted in my S, so if you're interested to find out a little bit more about it, it is pretty epic. Go and check out the video up there, and you can have a little look. After reducing the weight, the Cayman R was given more performance by adding power, to suspension tuning and other performance upgrades. The Cayman R engine delivers 330 brake horsepower at 7,400 RPM, so it's 10 horsepower more than the Cayman S. This came from a revised ECU mapping and better flowing exhaust system. It also benefited from the tuned sport suspension that sat 20mm lower on the stiffer springs with stiffer dampers and stiffer anti-roll bars. Porsche's PASM active suspension system wasn't an option on the R, as it was on the S, where you actually get that 10mm of drop. The brake systems stayed the same, with the 318mm discs at the front and the 229mm at the rear. And of course the Porsche ceramic composite brakes, PCCB, with the 350mm discs all round was on the options list. The R was also set up with more negative camber on both front and rear axles. And to finish off the chassis, the Cayman R was also fitted with the limited slip differential, which was again also an option on the S. Onto the exterior, the Cayman R was fitted with the Porsche Aero kit, which included a fixed rear wing and a larger front splitter lips, which obviously helps increase the downforce. The electromechanical actuators of the standard spoiler were removed to offset that additional weight, and the Aero kit was obviously also an option on the S too. The Cayman R got many items finished in a contrasting colour, so contrasting items included the Porsche side stripes, side air intakes, exterior mirrors and rear wing. These items were either black or silver, depending on the exterior colour of the car. Painted black regardless of exterior colour was the dual exit exhaust tailpipes, the Cayman R badge on the rear lid, and the trims around the headlights. Inside the Cayman R, the instrument cluster cowling was removed to save weight, as mentioned earlier, and the gauge bezels were finished in an aluminium silver look. The silver gauge faces from the S were replaced with a black background, which was also applied to the side and centre vents. A 3-spoke sport design steering wheel was fitted as standard with actual shift paddles on the PDK models, rather than the rather annoying buttons that you got on the S. The manual gear shifter was also inlaid on the top with red text, which is a really nice finish, and obviously the centre console trims and dashboard trims were painted to match the exterior colour of the car. Of course, the black Cayman R logo was applied to the dash trim and the door sills as well. Now, the Cayman R wasn't the last in the series of the 987.2, because Porsche also released 500 black editions, which benefited from the Cayman R's engine enhancements, but were also available with a lot of the options as standard. Now, as the name kind of suggests, this was only available in black, and it had black everything. That wraps up this episode, guys. I'm sure you'll have your favourite between the S and the R. In my opinion, if you can even find an R with all the options that you really want, then you really will be happy with it. Alternatively, you could settle with an S and kind of make it your own, adding your own subtle touches here and there. But whichever one you go for, you're not going to be disappointed. They are both absolutely great cars, but for me, the R just has that something that's a little bit more special about it. Let me know your thoughts below and what options you would have gone for. And as always, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and give this a thumbs up. Okay guys, thanks, take care.